Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. If you are new here, my name is Nishitha. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up if you like it. In today's video, we are going to do a review and wear test of the new Tarte Face Tape Foundation. It is inspired by the Shape Tape Concealer, which is one of their best sellers. I think they reformulated this foundation, which they launched last year when they didn't have good shade range for tan skin tones and deep skin tones. This time they launched 50 shades in this foundation. And I got the shade Tan Golden, which is a 42G. I'm going to do a swatch of this foundation on my face and also on the back of my hand so you can see how the shade looks like. And this is the packaging. And it comes with a pump. So this is how the shade Tan Golden looks like. And I'm going to swatch some on my skin so you can see. So that looks like a good match. So this foundation definitely has a scent to it. I was just looking at the ingredients list on the Ulta website and I do see perfume as one of the ingredients. So keep that in mind if you have sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin as well, which I'm afraid that this is going to break me out. But since I got the foundation, since I decided to do the review, let's just do it. And hope to God I don't break out. So they claim that this is a long wearing full coverage foundation with a natural matte finish. It's going to be transfer proof, waterproof and sweat proof, and it's going to keep you flawless throughout the day. It has mushroom extract, apple fruit extract and hyaluronic acid to hydrate and brighten the appearance of skin. Okay, I think I used a lot of it. That was the foundation on just one side of my face. As you can see, it did cover a lot. It is very full coverage. I'm going to go over the foundation and try to dial it down because I feel like it's a lot right now. Okay, the coverage on this is no joke. It is very full coverage. So this is the swatch I've had on my hand for a while and this is a brand new swatch. As you can see, there is not a lot of oxidation. When I first just do the swatch, because of the warmth of my skin, it is, changing color a little bit, but it's not happening over time. It happens right after, so there is no oxidization. I'm gonna wipe this off on the back of my hand, otherwise I'm gonna get it all over my clothes. I've done that. Okay, so that was about one layer of this foundation. I did layer the foundation on my right cheek just a little bit to cover the acne spot that I have. It seemed to have layered well, but right off the bat I can tell that this foundation is one of the most high coverage foundations that I've ever tried. This and the Jouer foundations, these are full coverage. I don't think I would need to go in with a concealer to spot correct, except this one that's very stubborn, but this foundation is very full coverage. They claim that this foundation has a natural matte finish, and I agree. Like, I've had this foundation on for about 5 minutes now. I wanted to give it some time to see if it dries down, which it did, but it didn't dry down to a completely matte finish. It has this nice satin finish to it. I like it. So far, it's actually very impressive. I did not think it would impress me at all. But sometimes, when I use very high coverage foundations, they look very good at first, but as the time goes on, they start to cake up on me. But let's just hope that doesn't happen with this foundation. But so far, I really like it because it gave me like super full coverage. It feels very hydrating on the skin and it feels weightless actually. I don't, even though it's like super full coverage, I don't feel like I have foundation on my skin. It blended out beautifully as well. So far, I like it. So now I'm going to go off camera, finish the rest of my makeup. When I get back, we'll talk more. Hey guys, so I've had this foundation on for 4 hours now. When I blended out the rest of my makeup, everything went on beautifully. Like bronzer, blush, concealer, I had no issues whatsoever. So far, I'm like very impressed with this foundation. I honestly did not think I was going to like this. It is giving me a lot of coverage, but it feels very lightweight. But it does not look natural on the skin, that is for sure. Obviously, it's very full coverage. You can tell that I have foundation on, but it does not look heavy or, look cakey. But one thing is that the foundation is not transfer proof. When I applied my makeup, when I started touching it, it was definitely transferring onto my hands, but not to a point where there was like a bald spot on my face, but it was definitely transferring. I give it some time. I thought, maybe it will dry down and the transfer would stop, but it didn't. Like even after waiting for 1 hour after applying this foundation, the foundation was still transferring. So I set it with some powder because I didn't want the foundation to move around. So far, the foundation is very impressive. I'm going to wear this for 4 more hours. When I get back, I'm going to share my final thoughts with you all. Okay, so I've had this foundation on for 7 hours. I took off my lip color because I was eating. I hate having lip color on when I'm eating something. But now I'm too lazy to put it back on. So, okay, coming back to the foundation. At first, I really liked it. I liked the fact that it gave me great coverage. It was feeling very weightless on the skin. It blended out beautifully. And it was just making my skin look flawless. But at this point, I don't like how this foundation looks on my skin. Like, it looks very foundation-like. I mean, at that 4 hour point, it didn't look that bad. Like, I could still see that I was wearing a full coverage foundation, but it was not this bad. At this point, I don't know, it's looking heavy, but it's not looking cakey. If it's I know I'm not making any sense, but that's just how I feel. Especially when I look myself in natural light, it's looking very evident that I'm wearing a full coverage foundation and it just does not look pretty. You know, sometimes even though foundations are super long wearing and even if they're giving you very good coverage, they might not look very good on your skin. I mean, that's exactly how I feel about this foundation. And I'm also looking a little bit shiny in this area. And I was doing nothing today. I was just, sitting down and editing my videos. But I'm still looking a little bit shiny. I don't mind that. It's fine. At this point, foundations can look a little bit oily, especially in this area where I have my pores. Aside from all of that, even the shade, when I first applied it, it looked like a really good match. But after wearing it for 5 hours, when I went in the natural light, trust me, I was literally staring at my skin for 10 minutes straight, trying to figure out what was wrong. But for some reason, the shade of this foundation is looking very gray on me right now. I mean, whenever I wear a foundation, if it's too lighter than my skin tone, it pulls ashy right away. But whereas with this foundation, after wearing it 5 hours, I started to see that, the shade is changing a little bit. That's one more weird thing I noticed about it. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not explaining things very well. But the bottom line is, I just don't like how the foundation looks on my skin. Aside from that, the fact that this has a scent to it is like a deal breaker for me. It hasn't broken me out yet. But if I keep wearing this, I will definitely see some irritation on my skin. That's why I usually avoid foundations with a strong scent to them. But this is not very strong. Like, there are some other foundations that are way too strong. But this definitely has, a scent to it. You can, smell it for the first half an hour when you apply the foundation on your skin. But I still wanted to do this review for you guys as this foundation has 50 different shades. And one of you might be able to find a shade that matches your skin. But to be honest, I didn't like the formula, so I'm not going to recommend it to any of you. So that completes this review. I really hope it was helpful. Even though I feel like I didn't make a lot of sense in most parts. Great. But anyways, the bottom line is, this is not the best foundation I've ever tried and you're not missing out on anything. So that completes this review. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and also give this video a thumbs up if you liked my review. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.